Yo Zitters, what up? Welcome back to Judio Z, and yeah, we're back to Shadowland. Now, first things first, we're not going to do Shadowland, of course. We're going to check out the patch notes real quick, because I haven't checked them. We'll check the uniforms, because again, I've been careful not to check them, and then we'll do Shadowland. But before I get to that, can we fix this? Hello, thank you very much for being on the stream. Just give me a second, because apparently, even though I popped out the chat, I didn't pin it on top. Oh, all right. Can you pin it on top, please? Please me. Why is it not getting pinned on top? Pin to top? No, it doesn't have that. Where do you do that? I mean, I know where to do that. I have a shortcut for it, but it's not working. Maybe it's like this? Nope. Why did this break? Shouldn't have broken. Ugh. Që do bësh? Do më blesh atë tastierën apo jo? I have a shortcut for it, but it's not working. Pin to top, my friend. I have tried to do that many times. It's not working on any of the windows, so that's annoying. Maybe it already did work. Just a sec. Nope. It is not working. Can't keep the chat open, apparently. And the annoying thing is that I don't even know where I can check to see if the shortcut is broken. Ska dal fare për shopping, është me link, e ble, e të vjen atje. Gjithsesi. Can't figure this out. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and start with the patch notes first, because it's gonna take me a while to figure out why this is not staying on top. And I don't know how to fix it. So I'll keep the chat here on the other TV for a bit. Let's check out the patch notes. So, greetings agents, this is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. In this patch, we're introducing a gifted inventor, right? And a supervillain who can wield the demon's power. Ironheart, who uses her engineering talents to create her own suits, is getting a tier 4 and a new uniform. And the Hood, who has embarked on a life of crime utilizing a mystical hood and boots, is ready to enter the world of Marvel Future Fight with tier 3 abilities. That was super stupid, by the way. Check out the skills and new powers, blah blah blah. So we know the patch details. We check out the abilities of the Hood, who we already read this. I don't know why they always repeat some stuff, but either way, so he's gonna be a supervillain, human male blast type. He's a premium character, but you can also get him as më thënë në pantalonave. Nuk e di, nuk do blesh atje, më mirë blia të tastierën se sa të blesh rroba në Amerikë. Nuk e marr vesh çfarë po mendon. So he's gonna be a premium character, or he is a premium character, but you can get him from the dice game, like the Hero Pursuit, which I actually did make a mistake and I did mention on Discord. I was trying to get him early, so I paid a few crystals to get some extra rolls, like maybe just 5 dice, not too many. But I forgot I already did my boss clears yesterday, so I couldn't get some potential going, and today I got 50%. So by now I would have gotten him ready to tier 3. Either way, it doesn't affect us that much for our clear. We're still gonna use the same amount of tier 4 or tier or level 80 characters on the Shadowland clear. Essentially what has happened is, with the addition of this guy, we have so many characters now that we have to do 117 floors. I used to do 116 floors every week. Now is one more floor. So technically by now I would have gotten one more clear with a level 80 below the first 35 floors, but since we got one more floor to clear, it just pretty much evened out. So with the next level 80s, we are gonna decrease that number. But yeah, so the more level 80 characters we get, the more I can use on Shadowland, so less I need to use of tier 3s. But at the same time, when that happens, or when we get new characters, that actually doesn't help us because it means we have to do more clears. Every 3 new characters, we have to do 1 more floor on Shadowland, the way I do it at least. But either way, he is gonna be kind of a support, maybe not fully, just a leadership, I guess. The leadership will increase damage to villains by 60%. The tier 2 passive will increase skill damage by 45%, bonus damage by 40, decrease damage received by 15%. The passive will increase energy attack by 40% for him. The first skill is just damage, second skill is paralysis, ignoring immunity and damage. The third skill is shock, increase all attack by 50% and then damage. Fourth skill is bleed, paralysis ignoring immunity, a heal of 30%, invincibility for 5 seconds, a mini proc of 100% for 1 attack and then damage. And lastly, the fifth skill will have panic, increase damage received. Wait, what? Well, that's to the enemies. Sorry. So it's gonna increase the damage the enemies received by 30%. It will increase all attack, all defense by 50%, all speed by 5%, and critical rate by 35%, and removes incapacitation. It also gives him immunity for 5 seconds as well, and then the damage at the end. We have the new uniform for Ironheart as well. It's a 1050 crystal uniform, superhero blast, female justice, either way, leadership as well. She's had leadership. I'm just making sure that, you know, it's not changed. We have a lot of passive changes. We have ignore dodge by 25%, applying to all allies, and increase damage dealt to boss types by 45% as well. So that's kind of a support role. The leadership will increase 55% of energy attack to blast types, so that's a leadership as well. So she's kind of support, but the tier 2 passive and the passive only applies to her. The tier 2 passive will increase guaranteed dodge rate by 25%, skill damage by 40%, bonus damage by 40% as well. The passive will increase chain damage by 15% when attacking and give her guard break immunity. First skill will apply stun and damage. Second skill is going to be stun, incapacitation, paralysis, ignoring immunity and damage. The third skill is going to be burn, silence, increase all attack and defense by 60%, all speed by 5%, and critical rate by 40%, and then damage. The fourth skill will allow us to move around while the attack is happening. It's gonna apply stun, incapacitation, paralysis, ignoring immunity, a heal of 25% of her health, invincibility for 3 seconds, and then the damage. And lastly, our fifth skill will apply burn, fear, decrease all defense by 5%, stackable to 50%, ignoring immunity. Immunity for 5 seconds, damage accumulation with damage that you deal, it's a 1.1% increase, and then damage. Now the tier 4 for Ironheart, when you use it, it's going to increase all attacks by 40%, and then for 10 seconds it's also going to increase all attacks by 20%. At most it goes to 60%. So you're getting the 40% all attack increase for 10 seconds, and then at the same time you get a 20% increase for each skill that you use, and you just need to use 3 skills and you get the max 60%. So in total this should be 100% increase to damage, so it's doubling your damage at this point. The tier 3 for the hood, it's gonna apply charm and then 50% of DOT damage. So wait a second, so charm deals blah blah blah. Oh, this is just how charm works. And then you get the heal, essentially. The more damage you deal, the higher your heal is going to be, up to 30% of his max HP. So the tier 3 is a heal. Okay. The skill will also ignore dodge by 80%. It's going to give him invincibility for 8 seconds, a buff to all attack, all defense by 25%, speed by 5%, and then damage. Let's go ahead and check out the skill. So this is his tier 3 skill. We can see it here. Of course, I'm going to show it better on the emulator as well, so nothing to worry about. And then we also have a new artifact. It's going to be only for the hood. We already had one for Ironheart. As far as I remember, I actually have it. It's going to increase damage dealt to enemies with 50% or below by 25%, and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%. Other improvements and changes: some of the time attack special deals that were previously sold will be available again. Sunspot, this was funny, I did read this one. Sunspot not being categorized as X-Men in the Team My Team selection has been fixed. Alright, you can't actually make that shit up. That's very funny. Let me see if I can actually make this appear, because I can't freaking get that done. Oh, it's probably crashed. I'll have to just restart the... sorry, just a sec. I can't hear what is happening, because whenever I open... okay, so now it's working, sorry. Whenever I open the emulator, it always craps out the audio. I don't know what it is. I'm just unlucky with this crap, but either way, we have the emulator going here. I'm gonna go ahead now and move over to it. Just make sure that it actually starts. It takes it a moment. Hello? Hello? You can do it. I guess I need to open the game. Nope. Oh, there it is. Yeah, told you it takes a moment. But yeah, we have the game running right now. I just wish I could figure out why I can't pin the... Oh, it worked. Okay, now I can pin the actual chat on top. So we are finally good to go and ready. But hopefully it doesn't crash again, because it looks like it's kind of stuck. I'm gonna have to restart the game. Oh no, I'm gonna have to restart the emulator. It's gonna crap out the audio. Oh my god, why is it doing that? Yeah, it crapped out the audio. It always does that. I hate CPUs, bro. I don't know what it is. Look at this. No, it's actually maybe gonna work. Is it only crapping out when I go like big size? I'm gonna do that again. Yeah. Why does it have to crash when I do that? What the hell? Maybe I put the audio settings too high or something. Let me just keep them where I usually do. 192 is what I keep, but I was going with like as low as possible just so I had the lowest latency possible. I'm gonna see if that was the reason, because I still can't be sure that was it. Why does it crap out when I go like... It goes like... Brother man, it's probably also the way I'm capturing the emulator for... Yeah, that might be it. Okay, well, I'm gonna remove this. And I'm gonna just go with this one instead. So now it's crashed anyway, but I have to like restart it, and when I do, it should work, I think. I'm hoping that it works. It hasn't gotten stuck yet. Usually it would happen whenever I would try to resize it by dragging it, but like apparently even if you just go like click the button that gets it to be as big as your screen, that crashes it again, or that crashes it too. But either way, it's working now. Let me see. Good stuff. Alright. I have taken my days off, by the way, guys. This is the first day off. Let's go ahead, though. Let's check these guys out. I'm gonna start with the hood first. And I just tier 4'd Beast, by the way. So that's... You guys know from the title. Who am I telling this? Right. But there we go with the hood. You can see I was very stupid with the way I dealt with this guy. For now, I'm gonna like pretty much keep him as he is. When I tier 3 him, I will pretty much worry about the rest, like, you know, upgrading the skills and all the rest. But as I said, as soon as I tier 3 him, I'll do that part. Just make sure. Yes, you can still hear me. Okay, good. Let me switch on the controller. Will it connect? No. Why not? I don't know. I'm gonna disconnect it. Hey, controllers. We need them. What can you do? We need them. Alright, it's working this time. Alright, let's go ahead and check. So the basic skills are gonna get him right next to the enemies. Let's see the first skill. Alright, definitely something that wasn't on the series. By the way, I just also finished the series. I have been spoiled a couple of times, and I'm really soon gonna block my friend so he can't message me whenever there's a Marvel series that I haven't finished, because the guy somehow like spoiled me twice. The first time was very subtle. He's like, oh, I don't know, when we probably are gonna get something from Mephisto soon, and I was like, maybe it's a data mine that he read. No, Mephisto is in the show, and they finally gave us Mephisto, and it's on a crappy show, by the way. But that was fine. The second thing was a meme that someone had made. Oh, Ironheart gets magical powers and blah blah blah. I was like, ugh. Anyway, there we have the tier 3 skill as well. To be honest, the skills don't match what was on the show, and especially it's funny with the tier 3 skill, you can see some hearts. It doesn't work really well for him, but that's charm. That's how it works. Anyway, the skills are whatever. Probably a few can be cancelled quite well, and you most likely want to proc on the 4th skill. They feel like all can cancel into the 4th, so they are really cool. It just will suck because this guy is tier 3 only, so we can't really do much with this guy. Either way, we're gonna move over to who matters more. I'm not gonna say most, but more, because she is level 80 at least, even though we don't like her. If you're far away, she's gonna use a couple of blasts, or she might just get right up close and just do a slash the whole time. Amazing basic attacks, guys. Amazing. Anyway, first skill. There we go. Second skill. It's an iframe. Pretty cool one. Let's see the third skill. Oh, that's my favorite moment, when she actually gets that guy who was driving the truck and gives him the middle finger. I didn't like the middle finger or anything, I just didn't like the guy. So I was happy he got crushed, or he got to be in a crash. So with the 4th we can move around, they said. Let me try that a bit more now. Okay, you can slightly move around. Let's see our 5th. So 5th is definitely a skill we can cancel. 3rd skill, sure, you can cancel it. Let me do that again. Yeah, you can. So yeah, it's safe to say you can cancel like 5, 3, 4, something like that is very safe anyway. We have our awakened skill that we're gonna look at with the new uniform. Usually awakened skills you want to just cancel into the rest. Let's see our tier 4 ability. It's alright. They haven't really done much skill wise compared to what was in the show, so the hood doesn't feel like the way he would fight in the series. Same with Ironheart, doesn't feel like it. You know, I was thinking maybe we would see her just rolling around on the ground while the suit would fight for her or something like that. She would take cover, at least on a skill only, just to kind of pay homage to what was happening in the series. But they're not doing that, which is fine, I guess. It's not the end of the world. But it would have been a cool way to do it. We almost got the score maxed out here, which is not really difficult anymore, but still pretty cool. Some characters cannot do that. Yeah, there you go. It's maxed out. It's really easy to use her as far as I can tell. 354, simple as that, and you're good to go. Just do it a couple of times and then you should be seeing the dinosaur do his thing, the phase or whatever that you need to cancel. So we're just gonna go away to a safe spot. Oh god. Wait, no, we did get the weakness thing. Okay. For a second it didn't work. Alright, we should be able to do one more attack, which will be with the awakened skill now. There we go. We can move around a little bit. This next one is just a red attack, so it's not gonna be super, you know, harmful or whatever you want to call it. But still, it's good to be on the safe side. It's much easier to cancel the roars or whatever you want to call these with the second skill compared to the first skill, because the first skill is very like targeted. It only goes towards one specific enemy, most likely, or it's not really an AoE type of skill. But the second skill is just basically got like kind of a broad range of attack, so it's much easier to work with. But yeah, we reached 2 million on the score, and I don't really have anything on her, to be honest. We most likely just have a mini rage, I think. I will have to check, of course, and it's definitely not the best score ever, because I don't know how these guys do it, but they do get some crazy scores. It kind of sucks that she's sort of a support type, so soon when I start, there you go, it's a 0.8% mini rage as well, so it's really bad. But it kind of sucks that she's a bit of a support type in a sense, because really soon, as I was mentioning, once I'm done with Bishop and once I'm done with I just started Bishop today, but we had the zombie mode, so I got a good start-ish. But once I'm done with Bishop as well and the other like native characters that are left, which at this point we have Namor, sorry, not Namor, we have Ebony Maw and who else was it? So we have Ebony Maw, we have Doctor Doom, and Better Ray Bill. As far as I remember, I only have 3 left. I think I most likely will go with Better Ray Bill first. Both Better Ray Bill and Ebony Maw have Judgment, I think. But it's just Better Ray Bill because he's transcended, so it just means less characters are gonna show up as transcended in my count. I just don't like that purple thing. I think transcended characters were a mistake, but whatever. We all have to suffer the consequence because of that at this point. But oh well. By the way, we actually noticed that the issue was not the audio levels that I had set, or like the processing levels. So I may bring it back down to like the really low number there. And if it still brings the issue, of course I can fix it, but just as a test, why not? There you go. Because there's like pretty much no latency with this mode, and just let me know how it sounds for you guys, but for me it's just perfect. It's like not even through the same interface, like the mic is not coming from the interface. Oh yeah, it's crapping out for me. Not for you guys, but for me it is. I hope it's not crapping out for you guys. I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm not. That was safe. Okay. Let me try 32 instead of 16. It was 16. I don't know if it's like the sample rate that I'm changing. So the thing is that, oh yeah, it's crapping out again. Whoa, that's loud. I hope you can't hear this. Okay, let's try 48. It's the buffer size, sorry, not the sample rate. But I'm hoping I can keep it as low as possible because it makes this instantaneous. Like I can speak here, I hear it on my headphones immediately. Usually it would be exactly how I would use it because I have like a mic that goes and plugs in directly to the Focusrite sound card. So obviously if I'm telling it to make it play back my voice to the headphones, it's still all connected to one device, so it works on its own. But this mic is actually connected via USB, completely unrelated. It's not actually like the same plug. It's not going through the sound card, but just the software that I'm using to route the audio to the sound card and to the headphones is so good that it really works well. It looks like 48 with the buffer size. 48 is like the lowest I can go before it craps out, and it might crap out still, but maybe a bit later. Like it can survive a bit longer. If it does, of course I'm gonna bring it even higher as a buffer size, but if 48 is it, maybe it's like the sweet spot. Usually when I'm playing Rocksmith, I have to set it at 192, which is what I kept a bit earlier. Again, latency is really low with that too, but here it's like pretty much nothing at all. Like it's insane. But either way, we just got that cleared, so I'm gonna clear a few of these missions that I just don't want to wait on boost points for. It's not really important, so whatever. So what I have left now is Alliance Battle, Timeline Battle, Team Battle Arena, and Story Mode. I am nowhere close with Team Battle Arena to getting any soul or anything like that, so I'm not gonna bother. I'll do these later. I did get a bit of soul now, so... Wait, was that not enough? Oh, I'm missing out on Carbonadium, I guess, so I can't go any further. Alright, interesting. I don't think I have anything else I can clear to get Carbonadium, so we're fine. Anyway, it's a good thing when you're out of Carbonadium compared to... Oh, still, I'm not gonna get Carbonadium. So it's a good thing when you're out of Carbonadium compared to being out of Soul of Foltine. And again, I don't mean that in the sense of being 30,000 in with Soul and then just 300 Carbonadium. That's not fine at all. What I'm talking about is having like a surplus of 700 to 1,000. 700 is perfect, but if you have a bit more, that's fine. If you have less, that's okay as well, but it's just perfect for when you are done with all the gears of a character, and then you just go ahead and tier 4 that character. You get enough Carbonadium and Soul at the same time, so you can just go ahead and tier 4 instead of actually just getting, like, for example, in this case, there are people that would have gone for Carbonadium just to upgrade a gear a bit further. But that's stupid, because when you finish the gears and you have like 0 Carbonadium, 0 Soul, as you do your dailies in the next few days, you reach enough Carbonadium, but you're still missing like 700 Soul, so you're still gonna have to wait further. Anyway, we're gonna do our first 25 floors. I'm gonna check though. Let me make sure that I'm not using any character that's important or that has gotten upgraded. So we have a Green Goblin, we have Omega Red, we have Icarus, we have MODOK, Mephisto. We are not gonna get anything from Mephisto. I'm pretty sure for a really long time Mephisto is just gonna play around in the shadows. Maybe he'll be on more movies or series, just maybe meeting someone, influencing them a little bit. But I don't think he's actually gonna be important enough to get any role just yet where he is actually doing some fighting. So I am not expecting Mephisto to get anything anytime soon, unless they just get his face and apply it as a uniform and then just give him some skills that are a bit better and a tier 4. I would not hate that, by the way. I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but I'm just saying that I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. If they do, I'm gonna be very happy though. I really don't mind getting Mephisto to tier 4. He's really cool. Either way, they chose a really good character for that guy. Mephisto being played by Sacha Baron Cohen is very fun. I think he did very well with his acting. I think a lot of the characters on Ironheart were very crap as actors, and I do actually like the actor who plays the Hood, but I didn't like his acting here. I don't think he does well on movies. I think he's more of a drama, like theatrical kid or theater kid. Like in those types of movies or whatever drama that he's playing at and singing, he does really well. I've watched In the Heights. I've watched Hamilton. He is very good. And even in The Heights, the only thing that was bearable about it is the fact that it was a musical. So you're like, oh, okay, his acting is kind of weird, but it's a musical, so it's gonna be weird and cringy either way, or cheesy. So, and maybe that was the best character or actor they could find that could sing. So you kind of excuse it in a way, but sadly, he acts even in movies or normal series the same way. So I don't know. It feels kind of weird. I don't know what it is as well. It's like, is it exaggerated facial expressions? Is it anything else? I am not exactly sure. But it is something that's causing me to feel like, Ironheart herself, very trashy as a series as well. It's even funnier because I had forgotten, but Ironheart actually does steal the suit from Iron Man, which again is much worse than what she's done here. Now they're saying, oh, she built it, like they did on the Black Panther 2 movie. Of course, I have watched that. But still, she was reckless then. She's reckless now. She ended up killing someone. Sorry, YouTube, it's a movie. Unaliving someone. I'm sure I don't care, so it's fine either way. That was for a joke. Or as a joke. But yeah, I don't like her as a character at all. And then we had the I can't even say Oompa Loompa. Like, that guy was super tall, but he had green hair and was wearing pretty much a condom, like a black condom the whole time, especially on the truck scene. Like, what was that getup, bro? I don't know. Maybe it's the reason why they gave us 3 episodes each time. They did the same with Echo. What they're doing at this point most likely is just releasing shows that they don't trust or they don't believe in. Hey, Spider-Man is sad today. Why? What's happening? Also, you got the first top spot for actually commenting first, I think, or what is it for though? Top fans. Is it for commenting often? I don't get it, because there's this top fans thing, but the other person didn't get anything. Either way, yeah, like I don't know, man. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it, and I think that's what they're doing with series that they don't really believe in anymore. Like, they've noticed that people wouldn't like them. They already know which series they are, so what they're doing now is they're actually just pretty much releasing them much faster, the episodes, I mean. Series that they believe in, they've done 1 episode a week. Apart from, like, when they start, they might give us 2 episodes at first and then 1 episode a week. My crush is not responding my messages. Why? What's happening? Maybe talk to someone else. But yeah, like on with Echo especially, they knew that nobody would like that. So they went ahead and just released everything in one go, and you could tell that was planned to be a series. Obviously, every episode had a what happened last time portion of the episode. So yeah, they did not plan to release them all at the same time, but they knew people wouldn't watch it, so they were like, whatever, let's just drop it, and whoever watches it watches it. To be honest, I don't even remember what really happened there. It was bad. And with Ironheart, they spaced it out Only most likely just because they knew that some characters were important here, like Mephisto, but they still didn't believe that much in the show, so they just released the whole show in 2 like weeks. 3 episode once, 3 episode the next time, and they were done. They pretty much, what's the expression? It's something about they cleaned their hands of it or whatever. I don't know the right way to say it, but you get what I mean. She talks to me daily, but I'm never able to propose to her. How old are you though? Now how old is she? Propose? Brother man? What she saying, man? Aren't you like 5? X-Men 97 was insane though. I'm sure I might have mentioned that last week as well. But just in case I might have not. It was insane. And I loved it. It was insanely better compared to X-Men, the X-Men 97, right? The previous series. Like the animation was way better, the fight scenes were insane. The old series, they had issues with censoring. I'm sure I've heard that at the time they couldn't even show punches happening or shooting with guns, so they would only fight with, I don't know, boulders falling onto the characters, if you notice, or they get captured the whole time. Especially Wolverine, he would just get captured most of the time. And the fights would only last like 2 seconds. Something would start and they get like knocked off the air by some boulder, like Storm, for example, even though she's supposed to be insane. And that was it. Let's move on to what happens next. Haha. How can I do it if you're experienced? Share me. Again, how old are you? How old is she? Let's start with that. You don't want to be proposing for marriage if you're like 13. You got to be careful there. Now, the only sad part about what I did with the mistake there, not having the Hood at tier 3, is just that I'm not going to be able to use him this week, but next week and on, of course, I can. So the Shadowland clear is going to be pretty much exactly the same as before. Nothing is going to change with the character list, so that's fine. Next week it will. I'm going to replace another character with the Hood, making him show up in there. I'm 17, she's 19. How long have you spoken to each other? Also, why do you always like delete your messages? You do realize that I have a thing that keeps them on the stream, so it does nothing. They're always still gonna be there. Either way, I'm actually curious about Beast at tier 4. I'm finally done with him. He took a really long time to actually get to tier 4. But it's finally done, and the same thing will most likely happen with Bishop as well. He might take a while to get tier 4'd, just because, I don't know, I'm unlucky. Sorry about like the bumping noises. I am touching the mic stand quite a bit, or the boom arm. Figuring out that this is very like low latency has kind of saved me from wanting to buy the SM7B, the famous mic that is insanely good for streaming or pod. I think I most likely won't do it, and as far as I've heard, it requires some extra like little hardware thing that boosts it, because it's very low volume. Like the signal is very low, and the Focusrite card might not have enough power to boost it. For 2 months, she's from the same city as mine. Where have you met? Just online, through school, or whatever? Best Suggestion I can give you is if she doesn't talk to you anymore, just don't talk to her. You don't want to be weird. unless she likes you as well, and you know that she likes you. At that point, definitely talk. But still, don't. We never met in real life. Have they asked you for some Google Play cards or anything like that? I have to ask. Well, that was easy. I mean, again, level 80 character. I forgot. I'm curious who I would actually use if I would, not if, but when I actually get another level 80 character with the next update, let's say. I'm curious who I would go and put on, like, the next floor. So right now, I have level 80 characters covering floor 31, the one we just did with Red Guardian. Floor 33, most likely with Echo. And 35 with, I think it's Dr. Octopus, as far as I remember. Let me check. No, 35 is Hulkbuster. Yeah. So, most likely, I think it's gonna be floor 30. I think for a long time, I also gave her my game account. What do you mean, for like MFF? Is that what you mean? But yeah, I think like the two floors that will take me the longest to replace the characters for are gonna be floor 34 and floor 32, because floor 34 requires a Phoenix type character that has the Phoenix Force, and I don't really have any tier 4 characters apart from Jean that have that ability. So yeah, unless we get no, I was gonna say Colossus, but Colossus doesn't have that anymore. Not MFF. Oh, okay. I don't know, man. Ask if there's anything happening. If there's anything wrong. Not like her being mad at you, but like something wrong with her life. Whatever. I don't know how to phrase it, but I hope you get it. I always make a mistake when I'm using Hulkbuster. I forget you want to cancel onto the third. She also has a male best friend. Oh, sheesh. So how can you what? The music is not helping, by the way. I know. It's very sad. By the way, we had a cameo with Exodus on the X-Men 97 show. He's just dancing there. Alright. Wave mode. Alright, villain. There goes the hood. He's from the hood. You know, best advice I can give you is, again, if she does like you for real, you can still try to talk to her. You can ask if there's anything that's wrong. Not wrong with you, just wrong with something that's happening to her. And if they don't talk to you anymore or whatever, best thing you can do is just focus on you. Do something you like. Go to the gym. Save someone in the neighborhood since you're Spider-Man. Spider-Man doesn't help Peter Parker stuff. Um, learn a hobby, like start a hobby. I mean, learn an instrument or whatever. Just start doing something, man. You're gonna thank yourself. By the way, we're gonna revive Hulk. Sorry, not Hulkbuster, but like we're gonna revive Beast and Ironheart. Let's not forget. But I don't really have to think about it too much. I just go ahead and clear with whoever's next. So when it's Ironheart, I use Ironheart. It's fine. I don't save her till the end. Same with Beast. Just on the last floors, I revive them. Then that's the way I've done it recently, and it's always worked. So I think that was what was causing me to mess up my clears. But yeah, I mean, that's the best like advice I can give you. That is so freaking crazy. I have a question. Is this crapping out only for me, or is it crapping out for you guys as well? Why does it look like it's lagging here? Oh. I mean, she might. I'm gonna open it on the phone. Oh boy. Why didn't you tell me the stream is crapping out? And I think I know why. I've got OneDrive here trying to sync a lot of shit, and it's most likely using up all the bandwidth. How can I know that? Don't you see it lag? Or how can you know that she likes you? Brother, I'm having major issues, and you worried about someone liking you? What the hell? Yeah, bro, it's lagging. Yeah, thanks for telling me. Took me having to check for it to be handled. I'm gonna pause the upload for like 24 hours. I'm gonna just enable it on my own. But let's see if this fixed it though. Yeah, look at this. Wow, you could have told me, bro. That is not what a friend does. Also, my room is messy. I'm sorry. I just don't have the patience to fix it, because we're gonna go and visit family soon. So, whatever. I thought it was kind of stupid to do it now. Either way, it's fixed. I'm glad you told me. Thank you very much. You were very helpful. Hey, that's the best you're gonna get from me, man. That's all I can fix up the room for. I'm getting crappy floors though. Okay, wave mode. Heroes have an advantage. Alright. Alright. I switched it to hero, so that's good. Alright, Shadow Shell is fine. Let's go with her. I hope it's not been lagging like that the whole time, dude. What the hell? Sorry for sharing only my problems. Hey, I didn't say anything about that. I was trying to help you anyway. Just, you could have said, hey, by the way, your shit is lagging. Took me like a second to fix, bro. Could have told me earlier. Either way, it's fine. It's fine. But the reason why that was happening is because I'm pretty much trying to cancel my Google thingy, like the Google storage, because I just need to save as much money as possible because I'm broke as hell. And like use the Google Drive app so that it would sync all my Google Photos and stuff. I moved them somewhere else and I deleted them so that they get deleted from Google like the Google storage. They're not going away yet. I'm guessing it's because maybe it takes a day or two for it to happen. But apart from that, pretty much all of that is getting uploaded to OneDrive, since from work I get like a terabyte of storage, so that's really good. But it's taking a long time to do it, and when it does, obviously it's using my full upload speed or whatever, so that's why. I don't remember how much I've set the bitrate to be on on OBS. I almost let her die, but I didn't. So I've set the bitrate to 40,000 kilobit per second. So technically I can go ahead and allow the upload to happen. I just need to put a limit to the upload. I'm just trying to set that up. Limit to 10,000, I guess. Yeah, that should be fine. $10,000 should be like 1 megabit? No, not 1 megabit. What is that? It's like... No, 10,000 is 10 megabits. It's still lagging though, so I have to set it to be lower. So let's do 5,000. Is it still too much? At this point, I don't think it's even like that it's using my bandwidth, or I think it's most likely because it's using the SSD. So I'm just gonna disable it for now. Yeah, it's still doing it, so it's fine, whatever. I'll just... What if I do limit upload rate and just adjust automatically? Does that work? No, still lagging. Welcome to whoever is joining, by the way, sorry. It's still kind of crap. I know what's happening though, so yeah, I'm gonna just pause it. I think it just doesn't like this being enabled while I stream, so I'll just pause it fully for like 24 hours, so it's just gonna be me streaming that's gonna use the internet and nothing else. Are you still lagging, bitch? Do not lag. Not allowed. I think it's not lagging anymore. So yeah, I think it's fixed. Thank you very much, guys, for joining, by the way. You can go ahead and say hi. The stream should be fixed now. Sorry. There's an easier solution again, of course. I could just lower the bitrate for the stream. Okay, bye today. I'm not going to work. Gotta fix Peter Parker stuff. Oh, so sad. I mean, I hope it gets better, though. Go ahead and just follow my advice, if you can. I could just lower the bitrate for the stream because it is technically very high. I've set it to like 40 megabits. Wow, new setup? Where? Where's the new setup? Which one is the new setup thingy? Is it for the TV that's up here? Is that what you mean? That's... Or is it camera angle different? The angle might have changed a little bit. Yeah. And actually, we could solve a huge issue by me not showing you the disgusting background. of my unkept room. I might have a little bit of a fisheye effect going on here. I'm sorry if I do. But this way you see less of the room and the mess. I'm sorry. We've gone pretty far on the floors. Holy hell. Either way, welcome Hanno. Welcome back. It's been a long time. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you enjoy the stream. I didn't make a mistake, by the way. I mentioned this on Discord. I'm not sure if I were able to see it. Even though I tried to unlock the hood earlier than normal by spending a bit of crystals, not a huge amount, I still messed up because I had done my boss clear, so I couldn't get some potential yesterday, and the potential I got today was not enough. Maybe last time I joined stream you used green screen? No. Most likely a different setup. Not a different setup, but I mean like a different camera angle. I most likely had it front facing me, maybe from up here, but I didn't like it being up here, so it would be kind of a weird top-down view. Even this is kind of weird. Like the best setup most likely would be to have the camera right here, like right in front of me, but I can't really do that because obviously it blocks my freaking TV or my screen. Maybe last time you were here I was using the 3 monitors that I had, and in those cases, yes, I could use my phone right on top of the monitors, and it wasn't as high up, so it looked much nicer. But at the same time, having a huge TV is pretty cool. Maybe that's what you haven't seen before, like me using a huge TV. And this is a 50-inch TV. I had a 55-inch TV as well. That was even better than that. Man, I never tried it, but imagine a 65-inch TV. Because I had a 65-inch TV, but I was doing really bad on money, so I had to sell it to my dad. Basically, I just was like, you know what? All the money I spent to buy it, just give me all of that and get it. It's fine. It's bigger. You'll need it for your huge ass room. And he did get it, thankfully, because I was really bad on money at the time. Oh well. Either way though, at some point I'll get that TV back, I guess, or just get a different one. This was fine. I don't really know what happened, but we cleared it. Yay. What did you think about the Ironheart series, by the way, or have you not watched it? Heroes of an Advantage. That should be Taskmaster? Sure. Master? That reminds me of some stuff, so I'm not gonna say that anymore. Oh boy. But hooray, guys. The streams are gonna be longer now because we have to do one more clear than last time, or than we used to have to do before. So yay. I'm curious if we get enough like characters joining in the game so that I do like sorry. If we get now enough characters, or soon enough characters to do 335, I'm curious. Like that should be, because I'm sure I'm not gonna reach VIP 12, right? Because that will take 38,000 crystals. That's a lot of money. I'm obviously not doing it. By the way, which character you built to tier 4 right now? I just built Beast, and I'm starting to work on Bishop. As you know, I get every mutant to tier 4 first. I'll give you an update on where we are in just a second. So, having VIP 11, I can revive 2 characters, which means we have to have 333 characters in game. So right now we have 277. So that means I need 23 plus 33. That is 56 characters. 56 characters divided by 3. I don't know what that is. Just a sec. 56 divided by 3. That's 19 more floors. So that's every week. At that point, I would have to do 136 floors every week. That would be funny. That would be very funny. But yeah, it's gonna take a while for that to happen. Either way, since I'm here, I'm gonna show you. This is the status of my account, because you might have not seen it for a while. I only have 2 tier 3 natives that can be tier 4 left, and 1 transcended native that can be tier 4 left. But I'm working on Bishop first. So I'm working on Bishop. I'm gonna tier 4 him. Then most likely Better Bill. It's either Better Bill or Ebony, but I think Better Bill, just because he's transcended, and getting him tier 4, he's not gonna be transcended anymore. I really hate when they're transcended. But either way, only 3 characters are left that are natives. After that, most likely I would go for support characters and tier 4 support characters. Either that or getting good characters. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna still take a while though. It took me a while to get Bishop to tier 4. Sorry, to get Beast to tier 4, and then it's gonna take a while to get Bishop to tier 4 as well, and then it's gonna take even longer to get Better Bill, Ebony Maw, Dr. Doom to tier 4 as well. So it's gonna suck. By the way, soon we're gonna get the Fantastic Four movie. If Dr. Voodoo, not Dr. Voodoo, if Dr. Doom is there, and he does get a uniform that makes him really good, I think at that point I would go for Dr. Doom first instead of Ebony and Better Bill. So it's a good thing that we're gonna have to do Bishop as well. So hopefully that gives me enough time so that the update drops, and I know if it's gonna be Dr. Doom next. By the way, when is that gonna happen? I don't remember. When's the update supposed to be? Or when does the movie release? Nick Fury will be next. There we go. There we go. My friend is complaining because he's getting really trashy luck on the Hero Pursuit game mode. He's on lap 3, and he says he's played it every day, but he's always getting like 1 or 2 for the dice rolls. It's very funny. I was contacting him because I wanted to know if I can actually reach 135 on his account or not yet. Because I've tried it a couple of times, but he's just a few characters short. Last time that I attempted it, which was a couple of weeks ago, not too long ago, I could only get to floor 130, which is pretty crazy for this guy's account, man. Like, for a really long time he hasn't played. He only got serious about this game and started playing daily after the anniversary, the 10-year anniversary. He's had an account since 2020, and he's only playing it now properly. By the time he actually started playing it properly, he already had a crazy good card set, because I had already told him what was important and how to build his account. So whenever he would play once in a while, he was actually improving his account quite a bit. So when he started, he already had crazy good cards. It's funny. He had a good set before he had like 5, maybe not even like 1 tier 4. It's very funny. Oh boy. Stop giving me the freaking bad floors, huh? Why are you doing that? Alright, so let's move on to this floor, and we're gonna make sure we have combat characters here, because that's what it's asking for. We'll go with Kingpin here. I just tier 4'd Ironheart earlier. Why? Why would you do that? I think I messed up the rotation. It should have been 3 4 5 instead of 3 5 4. Oops. Hella's a good choice. Let's go with her. Support for faster time clearing stage 9 will bust Legend Plus. Is that the highest you can go? To be honest, it's about time for me to soon finally start getting some support characters to tier 4. But again, I will have to finish Bishop and the native characters that are left first, of course. I will not budge on that. That's how I will do it. But it's definitely time for me to start working on those native, sorry, not native, but on those support characters and getting them to tier 4, because it's been very annoying to clear Ebony Maw and Black Dwarf and the Corvus and Proxima bosses. Because I've gotten close to unlocking stage 20 with them. And like Proxima and Corvus, I can't even touch it. Like, it's very bad. But I think I might have been able to do 1 clear finally. Just 1 clear. And that's with Doctor Strange after all these upgrades. The Ebony Maw and Black Dwarf floor is a bit easier for me. I don't know why. Maybe I've cleared the boss that gives you higher valor for this boss. So as you know, when you clear a certain boss a few times, it gives you more valor for a different boss. It's weird, but that's how they're doing it. And I might have cleared that boss way more than the boss that gives you higher valor for Corvus and Proxima. I don't know, but it's very annoying. I just recently was able to clear a bit easier, but not easy enough, so it's still very annoying. And I still, like, even for Black Dwarf and Ebony, as far as I know, I can only get like 2 clears. I might have gotten a 3rd one though, I don't remember if I did, but 2 clears is for sure. And with Corvus and Proxima, I could not get any clear at all, and I think I got 1 clear, so that was very good. Entry mode, that's good. Hero. Okay, he would have worked better against villains, but he doesn't get that. Doop, 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 and it's done. Alright, never mind. He doesn't need them to be villains to deal a lot of damage. Sure. It's pretty cool though, the next few characters that I'm gonna be tier 4ing are support types. I don't remember if Bishop got any support abilities. Now that I think about it, somehow I feel like he might have gotten some support stuff added to him. I don't think so, but I'm just gonna check Because I'm curious now. Oh, come on. I think he's at the very top. There he is. Self. Maybe on the uniform? Self. Never mind. No. Stage 1 also cannot clear was Mon Dwarf. Yeah. You can't clear stage 1, I can't clear stage... I won't be able to clear stage 20 most likely. Let me actually check though, just a sec. So on World Boss, right? The one that's a bit easier for me, right? Is Ebony and Black Dwarf. And right now I'm on floor 19, right? So floor 19, I know I've done with... what's his name? Freaking Null. And I've done a clear with Doctor Strange. I might have recently been able to clear it once more with this team, where I clear a lot of it with Human Torch and then I finish it off with Iron Man. Might is a big word there. So at the moment the requirement is male, and soon it's going to be human superhero, so I don't know what characters I may be able to use there. I might not have a lot of good characters with those specific requirements, so maybe stage 20 is just undoable at all. So that's a risk, you know, you have to kind of face, I guess. Same requirements for Corvus and Proxima, so that's going to be very interesting soon. But at the moment the requirement is human, so it's just going to be even more restrictive, because it's going to have to be superheroes. But on this one, I can only clear it with Strange, and I was only able to clear it randomly with Strange. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's not gonna be possible because Strange is not a superhero with this uniform. So that's gonna be pretty much me not being able to do stage 20 for a long time. Luna or Ghost Rider, maybe? I don't have either at tier 4 though. That's the sad part. What can you do? Oh, sorry, that's not a speed type. Let me switch to speed types first. And we're gonna use Electra. So, as I said, getting a couple of those native characters being support types is gonna be very helpful. The other one doesn't have support abilities, Doctor Doom I mean. But oh well, it's just one character. I'm gonna be able to survive. But after that, I most likely will list all the characters that I have at level 80. And I mean not all of them, but list the characters that are support types out of those level 80 characters. And I'll be like, let's go ahead and figure out who's gonna be next. So I'm gonna go by whoever is best. That's pretty much how I'll do it. So I'll be like, oh, okay, Nick Fury first. He has a lot of support. Ancient One next. He has a lot of support. Basically just like that. And I would love to have Ancient One at tier 4. He can do any floor in Shadowland. Boss mode, combat type, sure. Venom, cool. I'm just happy that I'm done with a lot of like these native characters and got them done to tier 4. We might get more native characters joining or getting a tier 4 soon. As soon as I'm done with these ones, we get one from Mephisto or something. Obviously, with my luck, that can happen. But I'm close, so I should be able to finish them soon. And finally move on to other characters that have deserved a tier 4 a long time ago. Only Maw Weapon Hex tier 4 support I haven't built yet. So you have all the tier 4s mainly. Okay. All the support types at tier 4 mainly. Okay, cool. I have Weapon Hex at tier 4 just because she's a mutant. And as I said, Ebony Maw is gonna be tier 4 soon. Fairly soon, I guess. But I think that's probably what's gonna happen. I probably will tier 4 Doctor Doom first. Even though I'm saying he would be the last one I would tier 4. If he does get a uniform, I most likely will have to go with him if he gets better, right? But if he doesn't get better, whatever. He can still wait, even though he's gonna get a recent uniform. Oh, I forgot War Machine and Hulkbuster. You haven't gotten them yet as well, or you mean you have got them? I guess you mean you haven't gotten them either. But yeah, those characters are very helpful as well, especially for like Iron Man. Black Panther is pretty much perfect for this floor. He does have a lot of critical damage, so it's gonna help. Let me get this mic a bit closer to me so I can just lean back. Yeah, that's better. Finally. And my tummy helps with all the hitting the boom arm issue, because it just softens the blow. Yeah, because I don't have their uniform, so I forgot. I see, okay. I mean, yeah, I haven't gotten all those characters. I don't know if there's a way that I can list only support types here. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, so support types. Sorry, let me do it here. Support types. And again, this is assuming that this is working properly, because of course there have been cases where there are some support types that they don't show them. So let's see. Out of this list, right, I'll be getting Better Rebuild soon and Ebony Maw. Now after that we have Taskmaster, who only works with the Thunderbolt characters with this uniform, or with Weapons Masters with the old one. But I'm not gonna keep switching uniforms. He can just stay as he is. We have Ancient One. We know that's a support type. War Machine is a support type. Nick Fury is a support type. Wong is a support type for zombies. Hela is a support type. Better Rebuild, of course, I mentioned. Hulkbuster is a support type, mostly for Iron Man, I think. Invisible Woman, though, I'm not sure. I'm checking because there are some characters they don't have really good support, but they just still consider them as support types. Like Hero, for example. All of this is a barrier. So I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, look at this. This is not what I would consider a support type, right? So she's not gonna really have any high priority for me tier 4ing her. So I don't know. This is just a leader. It's not really helpful. Ironheart is a support type. Maya Lopez is a leader as far as I remember. But it's a good amount of damage, so I could... Oh no, she does have a little bit of support here as well. But it's defensive. The only thing that helps is the ignore dodge. Maybe on the uniform? No. Now this is what I would consider a leader, not a support type. And then Shadow Shell, I don't remember what she does. That's so supportive. Oh, she's yeah, she's support for Warriors of the Sky, but it's like increased defense. So it's defensive. Let me see the uniform. Yeah, it's stupid. Like, I think out of all those characters, those two are just like not really support types. I'm sorry, but like that's not helpful at all. Not helpful at all. Sorry, I can't speak. Can't speak properly, man. I'm stupid like that. Okay, so let's go to our next level 80 character, Star-Lord. Sure. Invisible Woman. Yeah, I mean, it's just like debuff. Debuff removal, sorry. So not helpful at all. And I think it's only those two that have that issue. So Maya to a point, but she does have good leadership, so I could tier 4 her for that. But apart from that, like the other two were very trash. Who was it again? It was Shadow Shell and Invisible Woman. Like, not important at all. With the same logic, Blue Dragon should have been there as well, because she has leadership. Gotta go, gonna play Valorant with my friends. Bye. Isn't that like a gay-ass game? Sorry, I'm just teasing you. Thanks for joining the stream though, so I'll see you next time. Here we're gonna go with Punisher. Punisher boy, let's do this. And things go as they should. Oh no. Frick. Frick, guys. I switched accidentally. I'm just gonna run around. It's gonna take longer to close the game and start it again. I know the time will say that I took longer than should be necessary to get this clear. But please remember, it's because I'm stupid and I swapped the character. Also, I don't know why the screen does that. I think it's most likely just because of the adapter that I'm using to connect the TV. Yay! Don't shit talk my game. I will. Can't stop me from doing that, man. It's a shit game. Boss mode, let's go. Why don't you play like Marvel Rivals at that point? Or is it like a heavy game and your PC cannot handle it? And there's nothing bad about that. My PC cannot handle it. And he got it. Well done, good sir. Well done. Alright, easy floor. Let's see who we're gonna get that clear with. It's gonna be War Machine. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Nice. I had to think about that one. I always mess up the rotations so bad that I think this is the wrong one. I always have to think that I'm pretty much wrong. This is such a good matchup. Going with Hawkeye against Scarlet Witch here. She's a blast type. He's not a mutant. It's just so perfect. There you go. That was easy. Alright, so wave mode. Love Lady. Daredevil, oh no. That is kinda sucky. Never played this game, but still don't know why I'm enjoying it, lol. Yo, Paish, Sing, welcome, man. It's a lot of fun, I guess. It does take a while to actually get good at it, but like basically the more you play it, the easier it gets. That's the whole point of this game. By the way, hello? Yeah, hello then. Thank you very much for being here. It is fun, I guess. Also, that was floor 69. Nice. But like, it gets easy. It takes a while to get easy though. But I can help you if you ever want to start it. Like, I can tell you how to build your account. It does have some stuff that affects your whole roster of characters. So those have higher priority, but a lot of people don't focus on them too much. That's why their account suffers. I've gotten my friend to where he is now just because he knew what to do because of me, even though he played so rarely. Like, he actually installed the game in 2020 when I met him, and I'm like pestered him to start the game, and he never played. All he would do is he would just join whenever we had the Black Friday events and when we had the anniversary events, which was like pretty much twice a year. So once for the anniversary and once for Black Friday. And he would get some free characters that way. In the meantime, once in a blue moon, he would fix those items that affect your whole account. And he only started playing the game properly this year for the anniversary. So he had the game for like 5 years, and now he decided to finally play. But now that he's starting to play, he had gotten his account to such a good state that it's not really difficult for him at all. So yeah, just pretty much if you keep playing, this game is easy. I just really like this game mode a lot. Like, Shadowland is a lot of fun. You have a list of characters. The more characters you have, the higher you can go on the floors. It gets difficult or whatever, but then when you have these characters at tier 4, they don't care. They're just gonna get the clear whatever floor it is. Speed type, we have Spidey here. How do you find me though if you don't play this game? Nice. That's a high note that I would not be able to reach. Also, I should not speak when I'm far away. Well, how long have you been playing? So the game has been around for 10 years. I've played for 9 years out of those 10 years. Okay, so Madeline? No, we can't do this clear actually. We can. Let me see. I should have like a spider character left, right? Unique ability. Spider sense? No, I guess I don't. Either way, we're just gonna refresh it. Oh, by the way, I did finally watch the latest season of Squid Game. Really good. It was really good. I didn't like it as much as the first season though, of course. That was way better. And I did mess up the rotation. But we still got the clear. Answer me, how did you find me? If you don't play this game, how did you find me? I'm gonna refresh it again. Alright, so speed type is what we need. Mystique. Okay. I play Marvel Contest of Champions. That's why I guess it suggested me your stream. Have been watching you since then. How long has it been though? Nice. Nice. Hi. Nice this. Like, damn, you still playing? Hello. Yo, Venom. Well, you're Spider-Man, right? I mean, it's not been long since you left. I don't think I have any fire characters left. I have Jean. Sure. Let's use Jean. Actually, she might be mind damage for most of her skills. No, she is fire damage. Sorry, this uniform is fire damage. There you go. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, so a way that I can kind of paint you a picture of how this game gets easier, even though you don't play the game, so you wouldn't really know exactly. I'm gonna paint you a picture. So basically, this game mode right here, right, it's got like infinite floors. At some point, they added infinite floors, so they just keep repeating, but just getting higher stats, so they get harder each time. And it has this thing where you reach floor 135 and then 235 and 335. So basically every 100 floors you get a really good reward, like a really good one. So when I had played Shadowland, is the game mode, for the 135th week in a row, I decided it's time for us to push for that floor. And I did it. As far as I remember, that didn't take too long. It took a long time, but it wasn't like super long, because it was like just 135 floors. It was difficult as hell though. But then when we did 235 like 2 years ago, it took 3 days. The first day, it was like a 10-hour stream. I was off that day, so I really played as much as I could. Second day, it was a 8-hour stream, and the third day, it was a 6-hour stream. I'm pretty sure I fought with like my fiance was not happy at all because I kept streaming for such a long time. But thankfully, it's something that happens only once every 2 years at this point. But then, basically, we got it done. But it took like 3 days, right? And that's basically, I don't know, I'm saying basically too much, I'm sorry. That's technically 24 hours, right? Took 24 hours in total. Now, obviously, you would think, oh, I wouldn't then push to 335. Well, I can't do that. I still cannot do that because we don't have 335 characters in the game. So next best thing was to do, and I did that, by the way, I did that on the 235th week. So I'm just kind of doing it when I reach the same number of the floor that I want to reach. That's when I push. Now, this time, when it was like 335th week, obviously since I can't clear 335 floors, I said, you know what, let's do 235 again, but let's see how fast we can do it now, since we have so many new characters, we have had some new items that do affect our whole team, and basically just to see how we had improved. So that clear of 235 floors that previously took me 3 streams and 24 hours in total, I was able to do all of that in 8 hours. 1 stream, 8 hours. I was prepared to stream like the whole week. I was like, I'm gonna not sleep a lot this week. I just end up doing it in like 8 hours. That's how easy it had gotten in just 2 years. And I'm sure next time I do it again, like basically in 2 years, I think it was in March. So when we do Shadowland 235 again, when it's floor 400, when it's like week 435 that we do this, and we have to push to 235 again, it might take like 6 hours, maybe even less. Because the thing is that, so basically, tier 3 characters and transcended characters, they are really good up to a certain stage. And then you have level 80 characters that are also pretty good. But when you're reaching like floor 190 and higher, even level 80 characters are just a bit annoying. Like it's not like they can't do it, but they just take like 2 minutes to do a clear. So you have 3 minutes to do the clear, but usually you're used to doing it in like 2 seconds, right? But because it's such a high floor and the stats are really high for the enemy, or the enemies that you have to, clear, it just gets frustrating at some point, and you just don't have the right characters, because obviously if you think about it, you don't have a lot of characters left. But then as soon as I started using tier 4 characters, and tier 4 characters are these characters right here, like this guy, where they have a little like red number 4, like a Roman number 4 on the top left. So all these characters right here that have this red thing, they are tier 4 characters. And tier 4 characters have come out way after this Shadowland game mode thingy. So basically, the Shadowland game mode had not been like really thought out that it would be cleared by these types of characters. So these characters are just pretty much insane. Now think about it. I went up to that high floor, and then pretty much my last 35 clears or maybe more were done with tier 4 characters, and that was a breeze. Now think about it. After 2 years, when I have to do it again, I will have done a huge amount of progress again. I don't think I will get a lot more in the sense of those items that affect the whole roster. Sure, that's fine. But I will have a much higher number of tier 4 characters by that time. So I will start using them much earlier, and that would mean that my clears are going to be much faster for those specific floors. That also means that the level 80 characters, so level 80 characters are also important because they are a higher level than normal. So that guarantees that their damage is going to be higher, or it's going to be hard for the enemy to dodge them, or they are going to be able to dodge more. So it's just still nice, right? Like you still get a pretty good damage, a good amount of damage. Level 80 is just basically a level you have to reach before you can tier 4 a character, but because we get so many, I can't tier 4 them all. So I do the next best thing where I tier 4 as many as I can. The rest I at least level 80 them, because they still get a huge buff that way. But like imagine I clear a lot more floors with tier 4 characters, and then whoever's left, or then all those all those level 80 characters that I would use up to like floor 190 something, I don't have to use them that high. I use them maybe at most at floor 150. So that means even those clears are going to be much easier. So that means it's just going to be faster. So I don't know if it's going to be just like a shaving off just 2 hours off of the clear. I don't know if it's going to be just a 6-hour clear. Maybe it might end up being a 5-hour clear. Like you shave off almost half of the time. So I mean, it was completely different. Like it was a huge change, is what I meant to say, from last time I did it, where it took like 3 streams. It took like 24 hours in total, and when it took only 8 hours. So that's a huge amount less than I needed. And I just am curious to see how much faster I can do it next time. This guy's physical type damage, right? Let me see. Cold damage of physical attack. Yeah, okay. He is physical. I'm asking because it looks like this floor gets immunity to energy damage once in a while. So just to avoid having to worry about that, you just use a physical type damage and damage character, and you're pretty much good to go. Even if they apply that immunity, you're still dealing physical damage, so it doesn't matter. Oh, the audio crapped out. Just a sec, guys. Let me fix it. Okay. Sorry about that. I really hate this Intel CPU that I have. I just hate it. I could switch it like this, so it's a lower sample rate, and maybe it's gonna work a bit better. But I don't know. Let me make sure that the stream has started though. Yes, it has. Okay, cool. Sorry for that. I don't know. This CPU is crap, so it's not my fault, man. It's the CPU, man. Let me also make sure that this thing is not uploading files. Yeah, it is uploading files and it's lagging me. Sorry. All right, so I paused it now, so the stream shouldn't lag anymore. It's gonna pick up its pace in a sec. But I will quit the Razer app because it gets them to flash a weird green color. What happened? So I have the famously crappy Intel 14 Gen, which means that I don't know. I really don't know, man. It really craps out whenever I'm doing like audio related stuff. So this Focusrite sound card that I have right here gets affected by the CPU quite a lot. So I don't know, like when I'm running the emulator is pretty heavy and it messes with the sound stuff. And it started to get very glitchy when I was hearing it. Maybe not for you guys, but for me it was. And I was just gonna increase the sample rate or the buffer size so that it would just be easier on the CPU and it wouldn't be laggy or glitchy. And instead of the PC doing that for me, it just decided to be like, oh, blue screen of death, fuck off. Screw you. Well. What can you do? It's fixed now though. Either way, who are we using here though? I don't remember. Oh, Namor, yeah. Okay, let's do that one more time. I'm sorry. Thanks for sticking around, by the way. I even brought it to the guys who sold me the CPU. And they were like, oh, you've changed the case and blah, blah, blah. Oh, we stress tested it. It's fine. So I got really mad because they pretty much wanted to charge me like $70 or well more because the currency I use is a bit better than it used to be, so it's worth more than dollars. So it was like maybe $75 to $80 just for testing it for a day. So I got really mad and I didn't want to deal with them anymore. I still ended up paying like just $25, which is again robbery. But oh well. It's really annoying. I wish I had a way to get people to leave like shitty reviews for them just to tank their like maps rating, because they are like really, really evil. I'm like, what the hell do you mean by this price? So he's like, oh yeah, I just tried it either way. Like, how do you say that to your customer? Like, you maybe do it because you're a bitch, but you don't tell them, oh, I just tried it. If you were gonna buy it, you were gonna buy it and give us that much money. These pieces of shit, bro. Like, it wouldn't cost them anything to return this CPU and just replace it because, you know, it's not my fault. It's been an issue for every 14th gen CPU, but he didn't do that, and it's very annoying because you know, I got a loan or whatever to buy these parts, and I'm still paying for them, and that's the worst part. I'm pretty much broke, man. The only way I've kind of survived is I've been selling like old stuff that I don't use anymore. Maybe even stuff that I would have loved to have kept, but oh well. And I still am trying to sell more stuff, but it's really difficult, obviously, whenever people find them and show interest. it helps. If not, no. I don't know how I even was able to go to the Avenged Sevenfold concert, because that was very tight. I was very lucky to find someone who wanted to buy one of the fake Sinister Gates guitars that I got. But yeah, that was just luck. Either way, the one thing that might help me quite a lot if it does sell would be the steering wheel that I have. So I have like a steering wheel with pedals and like the gear shifter as well, and I also have like a mount where you can mount everything. I'm trying to sell it all for a good price, not for like pennies. Someone was like, "Oh, can you sell me just the shifter?" I was like, maybe I'm just gonna ask how much, but I still don't want to sell just one of them because it makes it difficult to sell the rest. He's like 20 to $25. I was like, bruh, I got that for like $100 or a bit more actually. Good luck. That's all I said. I got it for this much. Good luck. So yeah, I'm sorry, but like that was super expensive. I ain't selling it for that cheap. I don't know what I've connected this phone to on OBS. It always starts up and tries to connect whenever I open OBS. I'm gonna go through the scenes and just remove it because it keeps annoying me. But yeah, that has been very, very bad. My parents are visiting family in the US, by the way, so I'm hoping I can convince them to buy me the new like Be Quiet keyboard. There's this like, it's called the Be Quiet Dark Mount, the tactile one. They are very silent, so they are mechanical keyboards, but they are extremely silent. And this one is very modular as well, so you have like a keypad and all of that can be disconnected. It's very helpful if you want it to be portable or if you want it to be small, all of that, right? It's got all of that, and it's really cool. But I was hoping they might do that for me for my birthday, because my birthday is on the 31st of this month, and I've been trying to get that keyboard, or waiting for the keyboard to show up here. But even if it would show up, I wouldn't have enough money to buy it anyway. Plus, it would be much more expensive here, because usually it gets more expensive here. And apart from that, the currency we use has gotten a bit better compared to the US dollars. So that would really suck to not only buy it at a higher price, but through the conversion rate, I would still end up paying even more than what it's worth. So yeah, if they would get it there, it would really be awesome. But either way, I don't know. It would be really cool. It's a pretty cool keyboard, and I sold the one that I had, the Razer keyboard, cause, in anticipation that I would get this one. Plus, I needed some money then. So yeah, as I told you. But yeah, I'm making moves slowly to spend less. Like right now, I'm dealing with, and that's why like the stream was crapping out, because I have stuff that's being uploaded to OneDrive instead of Google Drive that I had it on. So Google Drive is what I was using for Google Photos and stuff, but I don't want to spend money anymore for that. So I'm moving shit to OneDrive because it's provided by my workplace. And if anything happens, I can just keep the stuff locally on my PC. I don't care anymore. And apart from that, I'm not paying for like pretty much a lot of subscriptions that I would pay once in a while. I spend as little as possible for this game as well. I only get the Star Stash, nothing else, which is like, for you that you haven't played this game, it's like basically like $4. It's very cheap. A month, like it's very cheap. You get like a couple of drinks for that, like maybe like a Monster. And then after August, I think my phone contract ends, so I want to change to a different company and pay less for unlimited internet every month. because right now I pay like 30 something dollars, which is quite a lot for Albania. Um, the other one will be pretty much like $20. It's much less. And then I want to move to a different brand, which is going to be at the end of the year, for like in the internet at home. This might make it a bit more expensive, but that's so that I get more, like faster internet essentially. So that's a bit of a trade-off, but still, I think it's worth it because I stream a lot and do all of this kind of stuff. So more download, more upload is going to definitely benefit me. But the only way I would do it is if I can get them to give me a modem that's going to allow me to have a port that does more than 1 gigabit. Because it's like very stupid, by the way. They give you this offer, which is like 2.5 gigabit speeds for download and some like 500 megabits upload, which is pretty good. And they're like, okay, enjoy. Here's a modem that has only 1 gigabit ports. So you're only going to use more than 1 gigabit speed only if you connect through Wi-Fi and if your PC is like right next to it, or else you're losing pretty much all that speed. And if you have other routers at home that can release more than 1 gigabit, good luck. You can't connect those through a cable. And for example, in my case, which I share my internet with my friend, which is like a couple of like floors above me, I can't give him that speed. He still can only use 1 gigabit. So it's very stupid. I'm gonna try to get them to give me the like a different modem, because they only give you that modem if you go for like 10 gigabit speeds, which is amazing. I wish I could, but it would be super expensive. Every month, like 70 something dollars. I ain't doing that. I ain't got that money. Really soon I might get a raise. I'm gonna try to shoot for a really high raise, which is not gonna be possible, but I'm gonna try to justify it a bit. I'm sure it's not gonna happen, but I'm hoping to get a pretty okay raise. So that's gonna help as well. But as I said, making all these changes to pay less should help as well. But yeah, it's all like the crap that I took loans for. Like I took a loan for this guitar as well, which I don't regret. This guitar is insane, and if I get a good raise and I can save up money, I would love to get another one, not the same color, a different one, but the same real one. So it's gonna be expensive, but very worth it. But yeah, it's gonna happen. It should get easier soon. It's not yet, but it will. Male heroes, okay. There we go. Nice. Not sure what else I can do to like lower my cost and spending and stuff. YouTube pays me nothing, basically. The only way I get Bluetooth, I meant YouTube money, is when people donate or become members and stuff. That's just the only thing that gets YouTube to pay me out more often, or any amount of money at all. So yeah, or if people would PayPal as well, that would work. And PayPal is actually much faster, because YouTube takes like a month to give you the money. Like you have to reach a certain date, or you have to reach a certain amount of money by a certain date, so that a payout can happen after that week. So it's very difficult. It only happens once a year, or once per 2 years, I guess, because I don't really got a lot of people in here. It's a lot of fun, of course, so I don't really care about it. It's just I'm thinking about like stuff that can help me survive at this point. But yeah, the only things that I can think of are just spending less and trying to sell a couple of dumb shits. Dumb things that I can sell. That would really help out. There we go. Let's keep going. Villains have an advantage. Another thing that's gonna really help though is December, which is basically half a year away. That's gonna also help because that's when I can change my home internet situation as well. So the phone internet, I can only change it like after a month from now. So that's fine. That's close. But the home internet thing, I can only change it at the end of the year. But in December, apart from that, we also get this thing. I don't know if it works the same in India, but we have, and it's not on every job, right? Not on every workplace, but at the end of the year, some companies give you a 13th pay, which is basically you get paid twice the same month. So in December, for like the New Year's Eve, you get your pay doubled, basically. That's just for that month. It's pretty crazy. I haven't ever experienced that before. This is the first time I'm gonna actually get that. So it's amazing, and that's why it's very important. It's gonna be very important if I can get that raise to be very high. I want to get the raise, of course, because I need that money, but also because when I started, because of the fact that I didn't have a lot of experience, but I did, right? But not on paper. I couldn't really justify it properly. Plus, I hadn't worked in the field before, at least here in Albania, so I didn't know what the actual wages were supposed to be. So I was okay with like a not mediocre, but like an aight amount of money. So I'm trying to change that. I'm gonna push for it very hard. I'm gonna be like, I really didn't know. And through all the work that I've done, even though I've been here just for a year or less than a year, I feel like I've done really well. Plus, I'm doing a lot of work. Not only help desk stuff, but also like IT director kind of stuff. So I'm gonna just be trying really hard to get a huge raise, and I'm gonna be like, I'm only gonna ask for this time only, just because I didn't really know what the pay should have been for this kind of work, because I hadn't really known. And even like the other thing, I'm not gonna mention this, of course, but the other thing was like I actually got like a job offer on the first or second month that I was working here from a better company, like from one of Albania's banks. So yeah, but of course I stayed because I was like, I just started. I wouldn't want to screw these guys. Either way, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna try really hard, just because even getting my wage increase will be super helpful, but also for the fact that when I get that wage increase by the end of the year, I'll get like 2 payments on the last month of the year, so that's gonna be even more money, and it's really gonna help out because I'm actually like in such high debt, you have no idea. There are companies in India who give 13th month pay, but there are few. Yeah, it's same here as well. It's just very rare. Okay, wave mode. But like, I'm super in debt, dude. I took debt to buy upgrades for this PC and for the guitar, but like basically the way that I did it was to pay it in 4 years, and when you do it like that, you basically double the amount that you have to pay back. So if you got like 1K, you have to pay 2K by the end of 4 years, and if you get another K for this guitar, you pretty much have to pay another 2K. So it's it's very screwy. But yeah, if I can get those raises, I can save a lot of money. Maybe buy a few things at first, because I really need a second guitar. But after that, I'm not gonna have much to spend. the money on so I can save it. Maybe at first I can help my fiance out because she's in a pretty bad situation as well. And then once I get pretty comfortable, I can save and pretty much pay off my debts early, so I can have to pay less. This whole thing happened is the reason why this whole thing happened is because we basically got hired for like a job remote for the US, and it was very professional. Like it was getting handled by a company here in Albania, but they wouldn't employ us directly. They were just kind of being the middleman, just getting us connected to the company in the US. And we only worked for 2 months and got fired because basically something changed, like a law changed on the country where this company was from. So like they got really screwed, and we got super screwed. So by that time we were like getting some loans because we knew we could pay it really easily with that kind of money. But if I get the raise that I'm trying to get, I'm almost gonna be getting the same amount of money that I was getting from that job. Like almost the same. And it's gonna get me to a really good spot. But it's really difficult. I don't really think they're gonna do it. Oh well. Because as I said, I would just say, look, I'm only gonna do it this time. Next time I can get the normal raise. I know very well I'm asking for a lot, but these are my reasons. Please understand it. I am doing this much. I've done pretty well. And yeah, we'll see. Alright. Agent freaking Venom. I'm probably not gonna shut up about it until that shit happens. Until I know if I'm gonna get it or not. So you're gonna have to bear with me for a bit till I get to that point, until I know, so I can finally shut up. But as far as I know, I should have that meeting this month. Most likely not this week because I'm off. I took my days off, but sometime this month I should have that meeting. Because it's like 6 months that I work there. That's how it works here. Or you start a job, or at least in good companies, this is how it works. You start a job, and then 6 months after, you have this meeting that you like figure out a raise that you're gonna get, and then after that, every year you get a raise. So, well, not guaranteed, right? But you have a performance review. And yeah, like depending on how much work you did and everything, you get a good raise, maybe, if the company is really good and it's, you know, their business is going very well and they have money to spend on you, of course. But yeah, that's basically what I'm hoping on. So it should be this month. And then most likely, not most likely, but for sure, it's going to apply next month. So even though I get confirmed, yes, this is how much you're going to be getting, I'm only going to start getting that the month after. So I still have to survive a couple more months, bro. Like, it's been crazy difficult. And if they don't accept that raise, I'm really gonna hate them because I passed on a good offer, and I still have, you know, contact with the guy anyway, so I can still ask, you know, whenever you have an offer for like a job, let me know. But I passed it because I was like, you know, it's a pretty comfortable workplace that I have right now, and I am like IT director technically. There's no one else. There is someone that's helping as a transitionary period, but it's going to be pretty much just me. It's just me. I do whatever I want, blah, blah, blah. I don't have to answer to anyone, blah, blah. That's what I thought, right? But like the more time passes, the more shit we have to do, or the more shit I have to handle. And it's getting to a point where I have to do like a lot of stuff for what I feel like is not enough money. So again, it was my fault, but that's how it how the situation was. So I'm gonna try to go for it. But if not, and this is something that I really hate, they don't give me an office, which is very annoying because I have to have a lot of space since I have to like set up new devices, blah blah blah. You need space for that. You can't do it on a really small fucking section of an open floor plan office. That's the only thing that I really hate. You don't have a set amount of space to work with. On the other job, I would not be like director, but I would get more money. And I would have to do serious work, of course. But I'm doing serious work here as well. I didn't expect it to be this much. So yeah, I'm gonna fight for it. And if not, screw them. I'm gonna contact this guy and be like, you know, as soon as you have something, let me know. I'm ready to jump ship as soon as you can have me. I can be like, okay, let's go through some interviews, and then if you do accept me and I'm about to start, give me like 2 weeks or like a month. I don't know how long how much time I have to give them a warning for, but just give me that time and let me do it. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do. And that's the most important thing. Like, just because they didn't give me an office, that's the most annoying thing about it. Because even like a lower raise, I would be okay with if I had more space to work with. But since they went ahead and screwed me on that, they can suck it. Though the way that other guy explained it was like, basically the raise would have been like, from, as far as I know, from 1 to 3k. Not the raise, but like in total the wage would be like 1 to 3k, and that's not in dollars, that's in Albanian lek, which is like pretty much a bit higher than dollars. Or it's not 1 to 1, it's like you get a bit more dollars than the amount that I mentioned. So let's say it's more like 1.2 to 3.2k, something like that. Maybe 3 point more, I don't know. I can't convert it off the top of my head, but you get the idea. And he's like, okay, so it's gonna be 1 to 3k at most, but it really depends on your abilities and it depends on your experience. So more abilities and more experience means you are gonna be higher on that spectrum of the wages. But like, worst case basically would be 1k plus a 20% on top, because they are gonna offer you, like, they're gonna make you an offer, right? So they're gonna be like, okay, you're worth the lowest amount that we can provide, but we're also gonna do a 20% offer so that we can convince you to join us and leave the company you're in right now. And that would have been like 400 on top of what I'm getting right now, if I could convince them that I have more experience. I could get even more than that. So now that I've worked on this company for a bit, if they screw me, I can always be like, whenever you need me, I'm gonna join. And now I have more experience, so I can ask for a bit more. So, oh well, screw them. And that was just for like that's the funny part. That was for like a sysadmin, right? So a sysadmin role, okay, you're gonna have to work on quite a lot of stuff, but you have one specific thing that you're handling, right? I'm an IT director right now for a company that is part of a huge corporation. So every change that they need to make, I need to handle it for this specific country. I also have to be help desk at the same time. So I have to pretty much handle shit from like the lowest tier, lowest importance, to very important shit, to even documentation as well. And obviously they don't get proper people for proper work. They at some point also asked me to handle like updating the website as well, which is definitely not part of what I should do. Or like this same corporation on different countries has like a marketing team that handles that. These guys here on Lulinia have a marketing team, but they don't want to pay them enough, so they don't give them the website to worry about as well. I have to worry about that too. So that's why, yeah, it's way more than I thought it would be. That's very annoying. Whoa, that was a pretty sad burp. I'm curious if I've actually messed up the amount of floors that I should have done. I don't know. We'll see soon enough, I guess. There goes our clear with Gamora. No rumbles though. Relay. Yeah, I might have made a mistake. I don't know. Anyway, it asks for a female character, so I'm gonna... No, I haven't made a mistake. Because we're gonna revive 2 players. That's a shitload of work, yeah. It is. And these are like not nice people either. Like they have some really annoying policies, like when they do a staff retreat or whatever, you have to join them or they're gonna look at you wrong, which I didn't join them this time because I had at least a good excuse, because it was happening right before my days off. So I was like, I was planning Saturday and Sunday to be somewhere else anyway, and they kinda accepted, so thank God for that. But yeah, that's annoying. But having to and like, for example, what they could have done is they could have said, okay, you know what, either way, take the day off. Even if they were gonna do that, they were gonna like use it as if I actually took the day off, so they were consider it throughout the yearly days off. So it wasn't gonna be a free day off, right? They still would have considered it as if I took it off as well, like forcefully. They do that sometimes, but instead I actually went to the workplace and I actually got a lot of shit done. So, and that shit would be important for later. So like I set up some team viewer accounts that just were not set up properly. So maybe if I can somehow convince him to let me work hybrid or remote or whatever, it would be great. Hopefully. Either way, I'm not finding Iron Heart. I don't know why. I'm just super blind right now. But like, yeah, that plus I removed the like an old antivirus because we're moving to a new one. And I don't remember what else. Oh yeah, I also changed the device names for some devices that had really generic names, so that there's one certain way we name every device now, and it's easier to identify them. Also, where the hell is Ironheart? Oh, freaking transcended characters go below tier 3s even though they're level 80. That's so stupid. Alright, so I clicked on Beast, right? So we're reviving him, and on Ironheart. Good. Yeah, so I hadn't made a mistake. We're gonna use Ironheart here. And then Beast gets one more clear. Oh, made a mistake though. Sorry. I'm gonna have to like restart the floor really quick. I just don't want all 3 of them to be on the floor. I just want to clear it with her, but have a couple of characters below there so I can get the rewards. So like this. There we go. But yeah, there's a lot of shit to do, and it's so annoying. So I really want to get a good raise. And that's another funny thing is that basically a lot of the employees there think I'm just like a normal help desk guy. So that's how they treat me, and that's the most annoying thing. There are some people that just don't know that they should respect me a bit more, please. And that's very annoying as well. Super annoying. They're very entitled, like I'm just some fucking help desk guy. That's the most annoying part. That's another thing that makes me want to just fucking leave. Oh well, we're almost done with this though. Her damage is meh. It's not bad, it's just I would expect all that damage to just pretty much one-shot the enemies. She doesn't. Oh well. But I only have to do this once, just for this stream. Next streams, I'm not gonna revive them. I'm gonna revive better characters. Let's check out Beast though. I really don't like this uniform for Beast. I don't really think he has a good rotation. Like, maybe it should be 3, then 4, since 4 is very short, and then you do 5. I really don't know. I think it's bad either way. Because normally we get used to some characters just having skills that deal damage over time, so you can cancel them onto one skill that you can't cancel because it's gonna stop attacking. So you stack all those skills onto one, and you get all of, like a burst amount of damage. But this guy's skills are really not like that, and that's why I really don't like it. But either way, he was a mutant. I had to get him. Sucks. It sucks to suck, I guess. Oh boy. Either way, these things are so expensive. You should never buy them. That's pretty much it, man. Thank you very much for listening to my rant. I know it's not been like the craziest, most exciting stream. At least like this last part that was basically complaining. But that's because like I'm trying to get shit to be better, and it's very not. But yeah, thank you very much to everybody who joined. It was awesome to have you guys here. I'll see you guys next week, and yeah, like next week we'll have the Hood, at least at tier 3, because that's as far as he can go. But I don't think we're gonna have the update next week, most likely after 2 weeks. I don't know when that's gonna happen. Definitely it's gonna be Fantastic Four. But yeah, it was great. Yeah, thank you, man. See ya. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. See ya. Oh, not really. So usually when I'm not off, I try to stream on Fridays, unless there's like a character that I still have to upgrade. Like today, for example, the only reason why I streamed today, even though I could have streamed tomorrow and gotten the Hood at tier 3, was because I have to leave tomorrow to visit family and like to have my holidays. But usually I would try to stream on Friday. Not same time as today, a bit later. And then if there's a character that I need one more day or two, I stream on Saturday, on Sunday. But basically, you can just kind of think of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I would do a stream, because I'm usually not doing that when I'm at work, or when it's a work day, I mean. But yeah, usually I do mention that I'm going live when I do, and I mention it on Discord. So I don't know if you're there. Let me just send you a link just in case you want to know when I go live. You just click the link, join the Discord server, and every time I go live, I just pretty much mention it here. I ping everybody, so there's no way to miss it. Thank you. You had come to again to tell me that. Sorry for that. No, it's okay. No. I was able to catch you on time. But yeah, join Discord. I'll see you there. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye for now.